Welcome to Windsor Park, where even the dogs are out to lunch. Denise and I were actually in the 1989, we did the first adaptation of Buckingham Palace, and that was done by Richard Rive himself. And I played him in that role. Richard was still alive, and he met the entire cast. And the tragic thing was that it was after the final dress rehearsal that night, before his play actually could premiere or he could watch his play, that he was murdered. An interesting story is when the Baxter asked me to play Richard Rive, I said, what an honor. I lied. I had to pick up the phone and say, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And a lot of friends just said, you look remarkably like him. And then I wasn't that embarrassed when I then learned that, most of his works were banned. For South Africans, when you speak to youngsters, beyond Buckingham Palace, they don't know him, and also if you have read Buckingham Palace, you don't know anything about the author, really. Lying to the people. It's so amazing that when I walk the streets of London, how many people know Richard Rive there? It's more people than in South Africa. And falling in love.
I had him as a teacher for a short while, and he really was at Athlone High, and he really was very disdainful. He liked you if you loved literature and you were hungry and you wanted to learn, but if you weren't particularly interested, he was very disdainful. But he had this larger-than-life persona and character that just, if you listened, and he spoke with his Oxford English, and it was quite unusual, to have a school where an Oxford-trained scholar is coming to be your teacher, and it was an honor.
I really, really hope that we never forget them. That is the main thing. We mustn't forget our own writers. Buckingham Palace will be thrown to the ground next week, but Mary will still be here. Even when the district is gone, there will still be our Marys here, because they can never destroy our Marys.